Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gladys Akoyo. I'm a mother of three beautiful children, two boys and one special girl with medical needs. Yeah, if you are new to my channel here, welcome. And yeah, if you just stumbled over this video and you are thinking of subscribing, don't think twice. Please click the subscribe button, like my video, share with your friends, and encourage your girl. Thank you very much for coming back. For the subscribers that are always coming back to view my video, I say thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. Yes, today I'm going to be continuing from the part one of the history of how come my child has this condition, how she was born. I did that in the previous video, which is going to go up before this, and how our journey started. I narrated a bit of it in that video. So if you haven't watched it, I'm going to put a link under this video. Please go watch it, and yeah, so learn from it. Okay, so I'll continue from when my daughter was sent to she was transferred to the children's hospital from the maternity hospital where she was born, from the neonatal section of it. So she was sent to a children's hospital because the doctors suggested that, because we've been bringing her up and down, to the hospital and back to the maternity hospital where she was born. So the doctor said it's better for her to go to where they have a lot of specialists, specialists that can actually look after her and conduct more tests on her, to know what exactly the diagnosis is, what is actually wrong, why she's not able to swallow, her own feed, she's not able to, a lot of things were going on, and, they just wanted to check and see what actually was going on. So the journey of that started. So we were transferred to Children's Hospital from June of 2009. Okay, and so I remembered the doctor came, they did all the tests, and when they do all the tests and we have this big meeting and they sit you down telling you they think your daughter has got this, your daughter has got that, your daughter has got a lot of things, and I didn't take it well at all. Like I was broken, at that moment. I cried a lot, because I thought it was like a joke to me, like it was like a dream. Like I thought maybe the thing was just going to, subside, and as she grew a bit, everything will calm down. No, I was wrong. So at that stage, I call on to God, because I believe in God and that's the only person I have. So I call on to God and I say, God, you have given me this child. I asked you for a baby girl and you have given her to me. Please, God, you are the only surgeon. You are the only doctor that can perfect whatever is wrong with her. Or God should use somebody to be able to say, okay, let's do this and this to help her. Because sometimes when a child comes, like the way she came at that time, they were thinking of putting her on palliative care because they thought she wouldn't make it. Like they were already talking to me about putting her on palliative care, which I actually refused. I remember that day I told the doctors, she is full of life. I'm not giving up on her. Like I'm not giving up on her. So yeah, and like I said, I was expressing, and I kept on. I went on with my expression of the milk, because I really wanted her to get all the nutrients from the fresh breast milk. So I dedicated my time. I won't sleep at night. Like I wake up every 3 hours, even at night. I wake up every 3 hours to pump breast milk. Sometimes I have to set my alarm to wake me up like every 3 hours to be able to produce milk for her. So, and with the milk, you could store in the fridge for like 2 weeks, and store in the freezer up to 3 months. That Daddy told me then. So I would express it, I would label it, And when she has excess in the fridge, I'll put the rest in the freezer, for her to be able to take. I really, like, I dedicated my time, like, if you are out there and you have a child like me and you're saying, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't express, oh, I can, you know what? It actually does a lot for them. Like, it's strengthening their immune system. Like, contributes to it. I'm telling you, it's really, really good to give, like, let them get, if they can't suck directly, just try and dedicate your time to actually express breast milk. It's really, really good. I did it for complete 9 months. Like, I wouldn't have even stopped at that 9 months. I remember an incident happened in the hospital, and that made me to stop. Somebody, mistakenly threw all the milk that was in the freezer in the bin. I was like, oh, the dates are gone. And I'm like, what? It was a big, I cried my eyes out. Like, this took me, like, sometimes I can sit down for a whole 1 hour trying to express just 60 mils of breast milk. Like, it wasn't easy. But at the end of it, because that thing happened, I had to stop. I had to stop. So yeah, and she continued with her with the formula, and just so at this stage they put a peg tube. Peg tube is a kind of a peg that they put in a hole in the stomach of the children. I don't know if your children have peg tube or about peg tube out there. It's just the little way I can explain it. So they put a peg tube in her, and to start feeding her. But they realized that she actually didn't need peg tube. She needed something that can bypass her tummy, because she has a very, very bad reflux. Her reflux is so bad that she actually silently aspirating from whatever was coming back from her tummy. And you all know that, like, the acid from the tummy can do a lot of damage to your lungs. So she was aspirating a lot, and the doctors decided no, that tube, it wasn't the right one for her. So they actually decided to put a transgastrojejunostomy tube. Okay. I know it's a medical word. I learned all this, through this. I've learned a lot myself. I think I'm a doctor or a nurse at this stage. So it's called transgastrojejunostomy tube. So that tube, when they put it on the way they put what's it called? The peg tube down. But the difference is you can't do this without taking it. Actually, we take her to the hospital and they do it in X-ray. So they have to use the camera to trace the tube down into her small intestine, which is called jejunum. So that is the place that she's feeding currently at the moment as well. That's where all her feed goes to, So yeah, and that helped, a bit. It really helped the reflux, because nothing was going in the stomach. Till now, she still doesn't really tolerate much in her stomach. She tends to, get upset. Tummy gets upset when, you rush. Maybe you put a lot of things in the stomach. Even when you're flushing her tube through the jejunal tube, and you go too fast, she still gets pains from it, which is quite, difficult for her. But I just thank God for her life, because she has accepted it. Like, she's accepted it like it's part of her. And, sometimes when we go out to parties and people are eating, I feel for her like, oh my God, my child can't eat. But, she's just, she's just a very good girl. Like, she's taking it like it's part of, of her, which I know by God's grace is not part of her. It's going to go, everything's going to go to normal as we go, and in Jesus' name, I know it's going to happen, because I really believe in God. Anyway, so that was put in Temple Street as well, And another thing that, they did was, so they now decided that, okay, because of the way she's not swallowing, there's a lot of secretions, saliva, we call it secretion, coming out from her mouth. She's drooling a lot and all that. So it's difficult for us to get down, and help suction her. And, her breathing was so difficult as well. So they decided to put a trachea tube. Many people that know me, they know she has a tube right here on the trachea. So it's called a tracheostomy tube. So they put that in to help her breathing and to help us, go down with a catheter to be able to suction her very well as well. So that was put in as well to help her. And She got that done when she was actually in December 2009. I think it was a Christmas week, actually 2 days before Christmas. Yeah, I remember that. I'll put the picture up there. When we're in the ICU when she got it done. We spent the Christmas of that year in the ICU actually. And yeah, she got it done. And that was, I think she was like, how many months old then? May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 7 months old. Yeah, she got the tracheostomy tube at 7 months old. And we thought maybe that was going to, give her, a bit of break from getting chest infection almost every week. Almost every week, like she's needing ventilation, she's needing a lot of things, and the doctor said this should give her a little bit of break from that, and she can concentrate on growing, because her growing was very, very slow as well, because she was using all the energy to breathe, and she wasn't really putting on any weight at all. So the doctor suggested that they do that, maybe she can concentrate more, not on the breathing side, struggling to breathe, concentrate more on her growth as well. So when after she got to when she was 1 year old in May 2010, things turned around, like for really bad, like it was really bad. And she got so sick. I remembered I was in church that day, and I was called in the church on my phone that, Gladys, you have to come down now. We don't know what's going on. I think you need to come and see her. You need to come and spend the remaining, we don't know if she has minutes or hours. You need to come down right now. Oh my God. I couldn't even wait for a bus. I took a taxi straight and I ran out. And when I got there, my child actually wasn't breathing. Like she was just there, and she was all like swollen. Like, sorry. So I got there and I looked at my daughter and I said, God, the only word that came out from my mouth is, God, you gave me this child because I asked for her. And you're going to do I want you to step in now and do your work. That was what I said. So she was taken to the ICU. They called because it was on a Sunday, so they called the on-call consultant. She came in, so they took her to the ICU, and it was another struggle to actually, put the tube her. Oh my God. They found it so difficult to tube her, to put the tube down on her. And I remember I was in the ICU reception. I was just there praying, and I couldn't pray anymore. So I started, singing praises, and because the prayer was not just coming, like it wasn't just coming. And I just kept, singing and singing. I think I was singing just one song because I couldn't even think about any other song. I'm so sorry. No other song came to me. I just kept, kept singing and singing and singing and singing. I was there for like almost an hour and a half. So one of the nurses came out to me and say, "Oh, Gladys, are you okay?" And I'm like, "What happened? Were you able to?" Say, "Oh, they've done it. Like, it's picked up, and she's not too bad at the moment. So she has she's been intubated, and so that's helping her to breathe." So they now told me, "Now you can come in because she's a bit settled now." So I gave thanks to God because I don't know, like I thought that was it, honestly. So anyway, I went into the ICU. I saw her, sat beside her, held her hand, prayed with her. I prayed over her, and I said, "God, please just help her." And I remembered when we were discharged from the ICU and we went back to the ward, and we had a meeting, and the doctor said, "You know what, at this stage, there's no more other thing." We thought maybe the trachea was going to help, the tracheostomy tube was going to help, but after the tracheostomy, she ended up in the ICU. So at this stage, there's nothing we can do. We can't do anything anymore, Gladys. And we're just going to leave her to live they used to say this thing, the comfortable life or something. I don't know. I've forgotten that word. There's a word they normally use for palliative. So they said they were going to put her on palliative. Again, that's the second time they're saying it. They put her on palliative, and they won't ventilate her because it was a struggle for them to ventilate her. They won't do it again. They won't, they would just give her painkiller. They won't disturb her again when she's in distress. There's nothing they would do. Okay, that was the stage where I said no. I want a second opinion. Like, is there no other thing that you guys can do for her? So, like, I want a second opinion. So, at that stage, they said, okay. They all looked at me and said, okay, where did she get that from? Okay, I've been researching, like, when you have a child like that and, there's a lot going on, you will do more studying. I did a lot of, like, I had to buy a laptop, actually. I didn't have a laptop before India. I had to buy a laptop that I normally use because I stay in the parents' accommodation in the hospital. So it's easier for me to come down in the middle of the night in case they need me, after a while, So anyway, to round the story up, so I asked for a second opinion, and they told me, we'll get you a second opinion. So they sent me to another hospital, another children's hospital, to meet another doctor. The doctor spoke about doing fundoplication, and fundoplication is, I don't know if anybody knows, like tying the stomach. I don't know, I can't explain it. Like, it's called fundoplication, and they were going to do it to reduce the amount of the gas coming up, and like they were going to do that for her. And before that, they were going to do like an injection. It's called Botox and all that. There's a lot of things that he talked about, and so I kept praying. Like, I didn't stop because I was just by myself and God with me. So I went to this program. There's a program we do here in Dublin. Like I said, I'm a Christian and I really believe in God. So there's a program we did here, and it's called the Holy Ghost service here. And I took my daughter's picture. I was fortunate enough to meet the overseer. So I took my daughter's picture there, and I just believe, like, when you have faith, everything can work for you. So I took it with me, and I was fortunate, enough to see him one-on-one, and he laid his hands on it. We prayed together, and he said to me, your faith will heal your daughter. Because I can see your faith, and that faith is the one that will heal your daughter. I tapped into that, and I went back with an handkerchief from him that he gave to me, put it inside her clothes, and it's something that I believe in. Like, it's something I believe, and it worked for me. And that was the turnaround. I tell you, that was the turnaround. I believe that was the turnaround, because we didn't even go for the second opinion option. We didn't go for any of those, but everything just changed. From the following weekend, they weren't calling me again to tell me to come in, she's sick, because it usually be every Sunday that I decide to go to church. That's when the call will come to tell me. Anyway, I don't want this video to be too long. I'm going to do it in parts. So I'm going to stop here now. And if you still want more of this, and I know my story will encourage somebody out there. If you have a child like mine and you're giving up on him or on her, please, please, please do not give up. God is faithful. God, like, it can heal. And these children, they come with their own mindset as well, like their own. God knows why He gave them to us, And when they come to this world, they have what they have come to do, and they, like most of them, like, God will not let them not accomplish it before they go anyway. So that I will tell you, no matter how difficult it is, believe that God can do it. So until I see you in my next video, which is continuation of this, I have some Q&A questions that I have here as well that I'm going to do a separate video on as well. So yeah, until I see you next time, please, 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 please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Put on your notification button so that anytime I upload, you will be notified. Like, share, and comment. Comment, and like my video. Don't just watch my video. Please like, and subscribe. Until I see you on my next video, I just want to say to you, God loves you, and have a good day. Bye.